Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's time to make some money. If you're either in high school or college or working a full-time job or a part-time job and you're just looking to make some extra income on the side, keep on watching. Now, these are not going to be some groundbreaking new side hustles that no one's ever heard of. Some of them might be, but most of them you've probably heard of, but maybe you just never thought about doing them yourselves, or maybe you just don't know where to start, and this video is gonna break it down for you. So, enough chit chat. Let's find out how to make some extra money. And by the way, a lot of these you could even do as full-time jobs if you wanted to. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is freelancing. So if you have any creative or technical skills, let's say you are really good at editing photos or videos or designing logos or at designing web pages, or maybe you just have a really nice voice and you wanna do voiceovers for people who need them, then you can totally freelance. Now, there are two ways you can go about this. One, you can find your own clients by just spreading the word out there, maybe post it on your social media, tell your friends and family about your skill, and maybe you go to your uncle who has a business and you can go up to him and be like, hey, do you want me to design your logo or a landing page for you, or maybe create a video for your business, whatever it is, and then you can get started that way and start building a portfolio that way. Or you can use either Fiverr or Upwork, which are some of the more popular freelancing websites where you could just list your services on there. And a lot of individuals reach out to people on there, but even companies will reach out to people. So even the company I currently work for, we use Fiverr and Upwork all the time whenever we need somebody to do either a voiceover for us or maybe write some copy. Whatever it is that we need on a project by project basis, we'll reach out to anybody who's currently listing their services on there for that. Now, if right now you're thinking to yourself, well, Nicole, that's all fine and dandy and everything, but I have absolutely no skills whatsoever. I can't do anything that you mentioned, and I also have a really ugly voice. Well, guess what? It's your lucky day, because there's this beautiful tool called YouTube where you can search up tutorials on pretty much any technical skill out there and learn about it. So definitely do your research. If there's anything that you're interested in whatsoever, maybe you don't even know that you're interested in it yet, do some research, watch some tutorials, and see if you're interested in it or not. You never know what you might be interested in until you try it. If none of the ideas like copywriting, video editing, etc. were interesting to you, I'll also write down a bunch of different freelancing ideas that you can do on the screen right now, so feel free to pause. The next way to make some extra money is by investing. So we're low-key in a recession right now and the stock market has crashed, which means everything's gonna continue to go down for a little bit, which means it's the perfect time to invest, because right now stocks are cheap, so you can buy them, and in a few days, weeks, months time, when everybody starts buying them again, they'll go back up and you can sell them and make a profit off of it. Now, that is basics of investing. Obviously, it's a little bit more complicated than that. If you're serious about investing, definitely watch any other YouTube video out of the thousands and thousands of videos there are with more knowledgeable people on the topic. I invest on random stocks on Robinhood here and there, and that's about the extent of my knowledge, so definitely don't take advice from me on investing. There's so many resources out there, so definitely check those out. Okay, the next one is very basic, very common. You definitely know of it, but maybe you never thought about doing it yourself, and that is food delivery. That's right, I'm talking about DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub/Seamless, even though they're the same company, Postmates, Caviar, etc., etc. There are so many different ones to choose from, and wherever you live, but especially if you live in a major city, there is a huge market out there. And the best part is you don't even need a car, so maybe you don't have a license, or maybe you just generally don't like driving or don't want to spend gas money. Most people, at least in New York City, are doing it on a bike, so you don't need that first investment of buying a car. You don't have one. And think about it this way, if you choose a bike, you're also getting more exercise in, which means you're going to be both healthy and wealthy at the same time.
Okay guys, so I'm pausing on this very attractive shot of my face because at this moment in time, my camera decided to stop recording the next 20 minutes of footage. I know, I am just as disappointed as all of you. I've already mourned the loss of this footage, but fear not, I re-recorded this portion because I heart you guys, so grab your popcorn, grab your notepad, this video isn't over just yet. Please enjoy this recreation of the footage that was supposed to be shot before my camera betrayed me. Thank you.
The next one is a similar one but different one, and that is grocery delivery. So you have your Instacart and your Fresh Direct and your other ones that are probably not as common as those two. People are busy nowadays. People don't want to leave their homes as much, and now with the winter coming around too, I'm sure the market for that will increase. Less people will want to be going out in the cold, snowy days to go get groceries. So if it's something that you're up for and you enjoy grocery shopping, going to supermarkets and getting those groceries for people, that's something you can do. And the last delivery side hustle I'll be talking about is the most important of all, and that is the delivery of people. That's right, I'm talking about your Ubers, your Lyfts, your Vias, etc, etc. If you enjoy driving and you have a license, that is a low-lived kind of job that you can take on where you're just transporting people from one place to another. That's as basic as it gets. Moving on, the next suggestion is TaskRabbit. Basically, on TaskRabbit, people will list random tasks that they need help with. So let's say they need help setting up furniture or moving furniture. Maybe somebody's moving from one place to another, or maybe they want to clean their apartment and they want to hire somebody to do that, or maybe paint, or maybe fix and applying. So whatever it is, there's a bunch of different tasks on there that are typically manual labor, so that the person, let's say you are a rabbit and you want to help people out with their everyday tasks and make some extra income for it. You can find that on TaskRabbit, and it's great because you can do it on your own time and you don't have to do anything you don't want to. There's a bunch of different tasks that you can choose from, so you can just choose whatever you're more comfortable with or whatever you think you'd enjoy the most. Now, if commuting isn't your thing, you can also sell things. So the number one thing I would suggest to sell is your old clothes. So you can either do this online on like eBay or Marketplace or any of those online market shops where there's a bunch of people listing clothes all over, or you can just drop it off at a thrift shop. Some of them purchase it. So I know Buffalo Exchange purchases some of your used clothes if you bring it over to them. Although I will say, if your clothes are basic AF like mine, they're not gonna take any of them. They only want your most quirky, hipster looking clothes. I kid you not, I brought these 2 huge garbage bags with like 60 items in them, and the lady went through all of them one by one, and then when she was done, she looked at me and she was like, yeah, we'll just take these 2. And it was like some black graphic crop top that had some random band name on it that I bought from like Forever 21 years ago. And the other one was this weird striped button down hideous shirt, and they were like, yeah, we love these, and they gave me like 16 bucks for both of them. So if you dress more fashionably than I do, which I'm sure there's a high possibility of that, you will probably have great luck. So don't let me scare you away with that. Just know that your basic stuff, they're not gonna take. But if you dress cool and all of that, you're gonna be making all that bank from Buffalo Exchange. So another thing you could sell is your old equipment. So your old cameras, your old video games. I know Adorama buys used production equipment. So if there's a camera that you haven't used in a few years, or you just wanna upgrade to a better camera that you found, they'll give you some money and probably refurbish it and resell it. Or if you don't want to do that and sell it to a major corporation, you can also just sell it yourself on eBay or Craigslist, although Craigslist is a little shady, but probably eBay or just any kind of online marketplace where people buy used equipment, and you can get some extra money off of things that you don't use anymore. So for all my creative people out there, you can also sell your art. So whatever your creative skill is, whether it's painting or graphic design or sketching or crafts, you can sell your art on Etsy and make some extra money off of basically doing a hobby. I actually just started my own Etsy shop recently where I'm selling my own digital designs and other fun things, so I highly suggest. And last but definitely not least, as we all know, in today's day and age where 16-year-olds are dropping out of high school to become famous TikTokers, is social media. So whether it's on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, if you grow a big enough following and audience, brands will start reaching out to you and pay you just to promote their product on your platform, because that way their product is getting exposed to all the people who follow you, and they're benefiting and you're getting paid for it, and that's how that transaction kind of works. It's crazy that social media has become such a currency in today's day and age, but if content creation is your thing and you want to give it a shot, definitely go for it. So these side hustles are all great to do while you have other priorities that take up a large sum of time during your day, because all of these you can do at whatever time you want on your own schedule. Not to go on a little tangent here, but I think it's so cool that we are living in this day and age where technology has made it accessible for us to basically work on our own schedule, be our own boss, and basically work for ourselves. Even 10-15 years ago, that wasn't really that accessible, so definitely take advantage of it. That being said, friends, go get rich. I'm manifesting wealth for every single one of you watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!